A man got arrested in order to make a marriage proposal. Watch what love can do. How far would you go for the perfect proposal? One man from Johnston, Iowa, allowed the police to arrest him in order to hear this long-wished yes word. However, not all the things go as planned, and it doesn't turn out exactly the way he expected. So, what was his girlfriend's reaction to such an out-of-the-ordinary proposal? Every girl dreams of getting married one day. Nowadays, men don't simply go down on one knee and hold the ring in their left hand. It's too dull. These days, marriage proposals have taken on quite a creative change and became a real competition. Who will do it in an extraordinary way and wear the title of the most creative men of the 21st century? Men have to force their right brain to work as hard as possible. Yet, from the other side, trying to be the best for your beloved one is worth all the effort you put into it. One courageous man broke the mold of romantic proposals with 101 roses and a bottle of bubbly by deciding to scare his girlfriend when making a proposal. Thus, he blew every other regular proposal out of the water and did a completely crazy thing. He managed to pull off an absolutely unromantic action and turn it into the most amorous thing. This guy from Johnston, Iowa, faked his own arrest in order to confess his deep love and ask his girlfriend for her hand. But how is the arrest connected with the marriage proposal, and is it actually possible to pull such a thing off? Well, when there is true love, anything's definitely possible. Jeff Schultz had been dating Jenna Reitz, his girlfriend, for quite a long time, and then he realized it's time to move on and make this so important and thrilling step. For that, he asked for help, not from his friends, family, or colleagues. There was the local police who agreed on that venture. Jeff and Jenna were in the car driving to her parents' house for Thanksgiving, and suddenly Jeff started to speed up. Jenna got scared and asked her boyfriend to slow down so that they wouldn't get pulled over. Guess what happened next? Right, they heard police sirens in the distance. Jenna was infuriated as she told Jeff to slow down. She didn't even know what was going to happen and that it was part of a big plan. Officer Matt Childs of the Johnston Police Department has already played his role when he went to the blue Nissan 350Z sports car and asked to see Jeff's license and registration. One more thing. All that time, he had his body cam that was recording every detail. He took a look at our hero's documents, went back to the car, and came back with really bad news. There is a warrant out for Jeff's arrest. The officer orders Jeff to get out of the car and put his hands behind his head. While he was searching him, Jenna sat in the car, frightened and completely shocked. Then, the officer asked Jenna to come around to the back of the car to confirm if any of the items in the trunk are stolen. When Jenna went out of the car, she saw something she had never thought would happen at that moment. Jeff was standing on one knee while pulling out a ring as Jenna started going to him. And then, drumroll, she starts yelling, "Are you kidding me?" No worries. This story is not about drama and unrequited love. In a few minutes, she calmed down and realized that everything that was happening was her boyfriend's big plan. Finally, she pulled Jeff in for a hug and said yes. While you're thinking that the whole idea is a bit strange, I want to tell you how Jeff met Officer Matt Childs for the first time. Jeff was driving to meet Jenna's parents and was pulled over for speeding by Matt Childs. I was pulled over by that officer on my way to meet her parents for the first time. It became an inside joke ever since, and they would always give me a hard time about it, Jeff confessed. This situation inspired a young man to make such a venture. When I decided to propose, I knew I wanted to do something off the wall and to keep her on her toes. Honestly, Officer Matt Childs was startled when Jeff asked him to take part in such a scene, yet he agreed. In my 41 years, I've never had a request of this nature. Typically, when you get telephone calls or emails regarding a traffic contact, it's either to give praise to the officer for the treatment or you get the occasional complaint, said Matt Childs in the interview afterward. This video has become viral on YouTube and has received around 700,000 views. There are a lot of fascinating comments written by Jeff's new fans. That was great. Thank you, Johnston County, for helping pull this off. I have seen many marriage proposals, but this girl has the best reaction of all. A couple is planning to have the most beautiful wedding ever in July. After realizing how much trouble her man had to go to make such a unique proposal, she was truly grateful and extremely excited. This marriage proposal is really unforgettable.